Well, peach tea, pretty good. Off to the Meadows this morning, and you guys knew we had a pretty good lineup. We had Lovers Play, Ready for Landing, and Mel Gibson, or as Roger called him, Mel Gibson, one or the other. I thought all three horses had shots in their own way. Mel Gibson coming in off 2 minutes 59.31. I didn't really know what to think. We continue to chip away at this guy and chip away and chip away. You know, a couple of people have messaged me and said he still looks rough. Well, of course he does. Yes, he looks rough. There's still a lot of improvement. For Mel Gibson moving forward. I do think he was better today. We did take some equipment off. We ended up letting his hobbles out again, like I said we were going to. The horse raced good, but there's no magic formula. You know, here's your horse. We've had 2 bets look at this horse. We've worked very, very hard to get him good, and he is getting better. But man, not the start to the year that we wanted. That is an understatement. But having said that, not a disgusting start either. He just trotted him 57 off a half. His own half was what, 59-4? Won a mile in 57-2. There's no other way to put it. It was definitely an improvement. I was very, very happy with the way Mel Gibson raced. Did he look fluid? No, he did not. But he felt good. He was coming on at the end. He was closing in. The way he looks, he's still a little more frail than I'd like to see him. On the track, and I think that all ties into the airway. We did those strap muscles trimmed. You know, his feet bother him, his knees were bothering him a little bit. Just a number of little things that were kind of picking away at him and causing him stress. And we all know what happens when you're stressed out. You're not gaining any weight. So I think there was a number of little things that were just picking away at Mel. And as we, polish him up, I think he's getting better and better and better. He's eating good. He's feeling good. He's racing better. Do I think he's anywhere near his peak? No, of course not. I think he's getting there. You're not going to see overnight. You're not going to see him change overnight. Oh my God, there was Mel. We found him. He was over there under the toy box. No, it doesn't work that way. It's just going to take time, little by little by little by little. We'll get him there. Lovers Play also scoped her after. A little residual mucus there still from last time. It's a nasty little bug that went through Tim's barn. A couple of horses got it. Insider Trading got it. We treated her for a week, then we raced her back. Full barrage of antibiotics, and dried her up good. She seemed good going in, then scoped her after. She's full of mucus and head blood, which was frustrating. And really, that part and parcel was the reason that we decided not to race Kings County this week. Scope the same, full of mucus, little bit of blood. Oh, we'll clean him up, we'll put him on antibiotics. Well, it didn't work so well with Insider Trading. Why don't we just give him an extra week? We we gave Lovers Play a week off, raced her back. Still a little bit of mucus there. So we're going to work hard to dry her up. As I said to Tim, she gets 5 cc's of Lasix just to be safe. Maybe raise that to 6 just for her next start, because this is exactly what happened with King and Insider Trading. Raise that to 6 for the next start. Maybe we don't train her hard in between. Maybe we don't warm her up and go a mile with her and really heat her up. Just minor changes to the way we prepare her for the race might be the best thing to do. So Tim and I are talking about that now. We'll have a better conversation tonight about that. But I didn't think Lovers Play was bad. I know somebody said, well, you could have removed her back to the front. Why would I want to do that? Why? So maybe she hangs on and wins on her hands and knees. I'm trying to turn this filly, doing my best as a driver to turn this filly into a decent horse. And there are lots of people out there that just don't think she is. And if they're partners of mine in the filly, well, by all means, sell your shares, because I think this is the type of filly that will get better and better and better. At some nice night, some Friday night, she's going to wheel off a decent mile. It's going to take another 4, 5, 6 starts. I'm here to tell you right now, she's not going anywhere. So I just want everybody to know that. And I've said it before. There's some horses that I like to protect and I like to be careful with, and I do. I do want to see improvement. Horses that I will keep for quite a while. And Lover's Play is one of those horses. So for everybody out there wondering, there are some people out there that keep asking me, when are we moving her? When are we moving her? I can tell you this, likely not in 2024. How's that? That is my best guess right now for Lover's Play. And then obviously Ready for Landing. I told everybody, I mean, no disrespect to his competitors and the people he's racing against, I just don't think there was a horse in the race that has done what he has done and been as good as he has been. When he's good. Now he can blow up. He threw some awful stinkers in his last two. But the horse that I drove when he was second in 54, as I said, would eviscerate that field. And I just thought that he would. Went out in the post-braided him, scored him down, right shoe comes off. We pull him up, grab the shoe, get it put back on. I said to them when they were putting it on, I said, you check that left one just to make sure. Yeah, left one seems good. It was really good right till about the 8th pole, and then it came off. So he went 7/8 of a mile, I think, on a flat tire. I know all about that. On 3 shoes. And now, in fairness, I didn't notice until we were pulling up. But where we found it, I'm pretty sure I know where it came off. And if you watch the video closely, you might be able to see it come off also. But Ready for Landing was all business. And I just think that, you know, the idea that we have to continue to teach this horse is, I'm not, and again, my brother does a tremendous job. I actually love the way he drives horses. You know, a little frustrating sometimes, but so am I. We all make mistakes, and whether they're mistakes to the left or mistakes to the right, doesn't really matter. We're all human, and I'm in no way trying to compare myself to James McDonald, because clearly he's the best driver in Canada, a feat I never even came close to attaining. Just didn't have it in me. James is a tremendous driver, but just not this guy. He's a big, strong colt, and I just think you got to race him, right? And here's my take on Ready for Landing. You saw coming to the half, I was kind of rough, seesawing him. He'll allow you to do that. But if you just grab a hold of him, he wears that low head. I think if he just tucks his head a little bit, he starts to kind of shut his air off. And now, obviously, he did 2 starts ago, but he'll kind of shut it off a bit. And then he's, 1, not effective, and 2, a little hotter, right? He won't let go of you. But if you seesaw him, he let me. I was a little rough with him, but he allowed me to back him up. What, we go 30 and 2 in the second quarter. But then as soon as you get him settled, as soon as we started into the backstretch, you know, just give him his head, just call on him, and gone. He trotted as hard as he could the whole way. The horse just, he's a nice horse. You just can't make him do something he doesn't want to do. And the more you try to, I think the more trouble you get yourself in. And in fact, in him, no, he's a young horse. You know, James's job, my job, everybody's job is to teach him. And he didn't learn a whole lot today, other than he's faster than at least those 8 horses. But he's got a lot of starts under him. He is smart. James has raced him from off the pace. He can do that, but I just don't think he's going to do that with that 28, 59 mentality, that speed. I just don't think he's going to do it, right? The night that he raced well for me, it wasn't that I did a better job than James. It was that they went faster on the front end. 27, 56, 125, 54. You're not going to get away from him. He's not a slow horse. He's a very fast horse. But I think he needs to learn to go fast also. And the fact that he did steamroll out of there, but then he allowed me to shut him down 30 and 2, start him back up 28, there is a smart horse in there. I think you're going to see some good miles from Ready for Landing. I'll tell you what he did do. He felt super solid today. Really solid. There's a horse with 3 shoes on. Never at any point did he feel like he would even come close to making a break. That was as fluid as I've seen him and felt him. Now, I was real careful with him at the gate. Yes, I timed him in the gate, and I'll continue to do that. I just don't want him up on the screen and getting hot. I'd rather him come off the car, make my decision left and right. Okay, I'm going to back him up a little bit, or I'm going to go forward. I'm probably going to continue to go forward with him for a little while. I think he's in shape now to continue to go those sorts of miles, and I think you're going to see him go a big mile. But make no mistake, if 2 or 3 of them leave out with me, I have all the confidence in the world that I'll be able to back that horse into a 3-hole or a 4-hole, and he'll settle. But it has to be on his terms. And you're going to see that. There's another horse, Widespread Panic, that we race. Very similar. Things have to be on his terms. If you watch the first race I drove him, I tried to back him into the 4-hole. No, it was going to be a wrestling match. So So I just went forward. But last week, I missed the gate a little bit, but as I come over there with him, the 4-hole was there, I drove him into the 4-hole, it was just like a little kitty cat. Moved him over, gone. And that's what I'd said to Chris Lemsey. I said, you're driving that horse Friday. I said, don't be worried about the gate, just don't have him on top of it. I said, just move him over, keep him quiet, move him when you have to, and you'll probably win. So as I made the prediction ready for landing, listen, you don't have to be Kreskin to figure it out. I just thought that he was a better horse than him. I knew I was going to race him. And if he threw in a flawless race, which he did, they weren't fast enough to beat him, which they weren't. Anyway, I was very happy with everybody. Nobody was perfect. Ready for landing was a little hot, but that's a lot of shipping for him in a week also for horses not used to it. He's used to shipping 15 minutes. Not 7 hours one way and then 2.5 the next way. It's not him. So he's got to learn also. He's growing up. Mel Gibson, was he perfect? No, he wasn't perfect. I can see the same race that you guys see. But he tried. He raced good. He tried a 57 off after 59-3. Those are the takeaways. Not, he still looked bumpy. Oh, he was still running in. Yeah, that's not going to change for a while. It's not going to. That's the way it is. But he's going to get stronger and better, and as he puts on weight and his confidence builds, as his confidence grows and he gets stronger, puts muscle on, then you're going to see Mel Gibson come back to life. And I truly believe that the trigger to all this was that horse's breathing. The stress attributed to that, I believe, was the as I like to say, the flashpoint. And then with Lover's Play, it's going to be more of rinse and repeat. Put her in, race her. Put her in, race her. Put her in, race her. I think you're going to see that filly probably take a mark of 55, 56, 57 somewhere throughout the summer, or multiple marks. She's going to be an effective horse. I like the way all three of them raced today. I was very, very happy with all three of them. Now I am on my way to Northfield Park. A different three racing tonight, but nevertheless, a very interesting three also. We have Prince Charmer, and we have our girl Purple People Eater. I'd said to Jason, I think we're going to try and race her in either the Aviator that Sonny wears or an open bridle tonight. We'll see how that plays out. And J-Port Beach Boy. He's on thin ice, but he's still hanging in there. So we'll see how those three race. A great start to the day. Let's hope we can keep it going throughout the afternoon into the evening. With that, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you guys probably later on, I would imagine. Likely talk to you guys later on, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your